Hello again, everybody. Glitch Reaper here. I'm back for some more Thaumic Resurgence 2, and whew, I think I'm just gonna take a break from all the dragons and stuff for a while, and just have some nice relaxing Botania. And of course a little bit of add-onage for it, so that ought to be nice. So, yeah, I'm just gonna have a nice flowery time with no enormous darn lips, no enormous dragons suddenly causing a monumental lag storm. It's one of those things that, well, they keep updating the mod, and there's a chance they may have finally got that under control. But I won't know until another massive dragon shows up, so let's just kind of keep that in the back for a while. Okay. Now, there's a lot of things I could do at Botania, and I've kind of already started working on it, as you know. Got some of the basics, including the alchemy catalyst, but there's more to it than that. Because, in addition, there are some things that have been added on due to, well, add-ons. I do believe, well, I'm not sure if it's like a... Is that... It can't be the whole thing. Seems like there's a few others that's been added. Okay. It's not what I thought it was, but that's fine. Holy grenade. Okay, yeah, I'm getting the idea some of these are from the add-ons, but I'm trying to look for the one that's... It's kind of like a trans-dimensional a thing, in a way. It's under Ender Artifacts. No, it is not. It's like a dimensional catalyst. Oh, it's under its own category, under Extra Botany. Okay. That's fine. From the New World. Living Rock Pedestal with Spirit Fuel. Unlock a new knowledge. Oh, okay. So I need to get a Living Rock Pedestal and work it with Spirit Fuel. Eat one Nightmare Fuel or put it in the Living Rock Pedestal under the sun for 5 minutes. That's an interesting way of getting it. Created by Mana Infusion. Seems to be edible. Oh, I get it from coal. Okay. I think I did look that up before, but it's been a while since I've even looked up the mod. I hadn't actually really went through any of Extra Botany before, except grabbing some of the random stuff from it. Because some of the things that you get from Extra Botany are, in fact, loot. So, yeah. It's pretty much my experience with this been the stuff I found at random. So, what can I say? Now, I will need to... Okay, that's already that way. That's fine. It'll tell you whatever the thing is. Well, it said it was okay, but where did it go? Did it pop over somewhere else? Did it get sucked into my inventory? It does not appear to be. Let me just grab that, look around. Just in case that wasn't supposed to be how it was supposed to work. Because the spirit fuel, if there was any, kind of disappeared on me. Well, I also need to start charging that up anyhow, so... it'll be okay. Let's see... Mobius fuel... piece of coal.
Hello.
Actually, I could put up the mobiles. I'll try 2 alchemical coal for the fuel of this, and 1 for getting the nightmare fuel. I'm not sure what happened. It just disappeared. Doesn't seem quite right. Unless that's a recipe that only works after you've already done it once. It could be something about that. I mean, I can try. You take that to burn. Because it says this should be fine. Oh! What happened to it last time? Okay. Okay, hold the lexicon and right-click a living rock pestle with a spirit fuel. You'll unlock the new knowledge type. To obtain spirit fuel, you have to eat 1 nightmare fuel or put it in a living rock pestle under the sun for 5 minutes. Oh, come on, you. Deep dark fantasy. Okay, so I'm blind for a little while and stuff. That's fine. It's only for a few seconds, so not really that bad. Oh, I did get the spirit fuel. So that happened. Need to nibble. Okay, effects are over. No big deal. Okay, so I needed to create some other stuff. Let me see what all I need to do. The living rock pedestal. Right-click to place items into it. A hammer can be used to forge items on a living rock pedestal. It's kind of like an anvil. Okay, about 6 of living rock and a single little nugget of gold. Okay, that should be fine. I think I have that much living rock darn lips, left over. Oh, exactly. Nice. Doesn't happen too terribly often, but sometimes it does. I don't mind the pixies. They're always just giggly. Actually, I had 1 extra, so that's good.
Hello.
But I'll probably need more over time. Connect. Okay. Interesting. I'll put you back in there for a moment in case I need you, but whoop, wrong thing. Yeah, this seems to be an easy part. I'll advance with either line of Botania and just see where it goes. See, do I need water for this? Just in case. I'm feeling like I want to put it there. Just so that they're nearby to each other. Yeah, that'll work. So, let me see. I need to... I need to right-click a living rock pedestal with spirit fuel. Okay. Now, does it do this whenever it's empty, or do I need to water it? Because there's a lot of things in Botania you need to water. Is that the same with Extra Botany? Oh yeah, I need to also click with the book. Okay. That helps. Click it with the book. Oh wow. Tremendous number of stuff. Oh, it's... Also showing that some of these things are going to be elven knowledge gains later. Or elven material gains, I should really say. A few extra baubles. A red scarf that are cosmetic. Fox ears. A mask. This is just a mask. Sims. Ooh, jungle goggles. They look swank. Diving goggles. Snow goggles. Thought I'd click that. Just plain goggles. Still look nice. Black glasses. A lot of glasses here. Question mark. Okay, must hit the escape key, not E. Always need to remember that, because if you hit any letter of the alphabet while you're in Lexico Botania, it tries to immediately engage the search function. I mean, it can be handy if you really need to search for something, yeah, but when you're not, can just be an annoyance. Because you got, stuck, nope, yep, nope, not, no matter which one you go, oh, holy. It's a Lux Quillbeast? Okay. I must collect this one. Spontaneous thing has happened. Okay, let me see here. I need a soul gem. Or a soul stone, actually. I need a pretty good amount of beast treats. Does they count as beasts? Now, at some point he might overhaul the taming system to a degree, but some things will still be true, like you'll still use treats to kind of encourage them into being an ally. There'll be other aspects to taming and... Oh, did it despawn? It was over here a moment ago. I can't have them on my person all the time. But although admittedly, I could have put my transmutation table down and then just stared it down until then while grabbing the stuff. That would have been a good thing to do, but nope, I rushed inside because I already had one placed. And though I do have one with me at all times, it's not meant to be used that way. Although, I could, for the sake of convenience, do a little feedback loop for a little while and get myself enough points to get the better table, the transmutation tablet, which doesn't even require it to be set anywhere. Normally it'd be rather expensive, but I think this warrants feedback loop to get it. Okay, now I can read more of the book, because, I mean, that was tempting. It was really tempting. I was wanting that Lux, that Lux version of a Quillbeast. A hammer. Used for forging on living rock pedestals, they can be used as pickaxes and can use mana instead of durability. Okay, so it's kind of like a mana steel pickaxe, except it can also be used to forge things with a hammer and anvil type mechanic. If you put a hammer in a dispenser and give a redstone signal, it will automatically forge the item in the living rock pedestal ahead. Okay, so it can be automated. Requires a good amount of mana steel, but not an insane amount. I have seen things that require an insane amount, and that is perfectly fair. And apparently, whenever I go onward, I can get an Elementium hammer. They don't really deal much damage. Like, even the Terra Steel hammer. Oh my gosh, this would just be like a last resort to hit things with. I mean, just use a stone sword if you're trying to hit them instead of that hammer. It's like, meh. Oh wait, there's ways to upgrade the Terra Steel hammer, apparently. Oh. Okay, I see. Very stupid expensive to upgrade it to the ultimate hammer, which apparently can be upgraded in various ways. But at the same time, do I really need to? That is a good question. Do I really need a hammer that ultimate? Also, while I'm here, I might as well just check and see if I happen to have some mana steel lying around, because you can find it as loot. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I have plenty. I have plenty. In fact, or leaving it behind would be the easier way to do it.
Hello.
How much... no, wrong thing. I need to know how much... okay, I have plenty of living wood. Because I just needed a living wood twig. And... then let's see here, because I might need this later to do stuff in the add-on. And can you scan? It can be scanned. Have I scanned it? Okay, I've scanned all that before. About this. It doesn't fully integrate. Well, that does. But the spirit fuel does not. Okay. To be perfectly fair, it's an add-on. So sometimes things won't perfectly do the thing. Spirit fuel is edible, can be obtained by eating nightmare fuel. Holding Extra Botany and right-clicking a living rock pestle with spirit fuel will unlock new knowledge. If you put the nightmare fuel in the living rock pestle and let it be shown for 5 minutes, you can also get spirit fuel. So you can basically automate it in different ways of just letting it sit there, because this can apparently be used to just capture sunlight. And I can put this in the pedestal and click with the book to get even more knowledge. So that's very quick progress. Especially seeing how it barely took that effort to get the first type. So this one has a very rapid expansion of knowledge, but then you wind up needing materials that are pretty high grade. Some of those things were just requiring Gaia spirits. Wrong thing. Holding a Botania and right-clicking a living room will unlock a new... Well, it says so. But is it doing it? Because that is a spirit fuel. Oh, did I already do that part? Maybe. Okay. Mana Reader, Nightmare Fuel. Seems edible, but it's not the best thing to eat. Walking Cane. Wait. Apparently you can dash with it? Interesting. So, a few extra things to do. Although the one thing that I was saying before I was interested in is this Dimensional Catalyst. Which apparently requires an Alchemy Catalyst, some more Living Rock, some Nightmare Fuel, an Eye of Ender, because this thing can grant you special recipes. Apparently you can duplicate Blaze Rods, turn apples into chorus fruit, diamonds into ender pearls, which would be interesting act of desperation. You can turn stone directly into endstone, cobblestone into netherrack. You can turn iron ore into nether quartz ore, a diamond horse armor into a shulker shell. Be a very expensive trade the first time, but for the ability to scan it into EMC, that would be okay. So, I'm up for that. Sand into soul sand. And here's an interesting one. Nether star for a totem of undying. Perfectly fair. That would be an interesting trade. Elementium Airship, which is also from Extra Botany, for Electra. Yeah, this has some interesting recipes. I want to try this. Now, what was it for this again? 2 brewing stands, some living rock, some more of that. Okay. Be perfectly fair, that's all fine. I can do that. That is all fair. I can just... Wow, I'm having a sudden lag spike around here. Maybe one of the dragons is roaming nearby. They can, in fact, take a wide territory and fly around, seeking out other villages. So there is a chance, even if you're staying in place, that you can be under attack. That's one thing about Ice and Fire, is dragons will go raiding. Usually you find them first, and then can make sure that they don't raid, but this is a different type of situation. If that's in fact what's happening. I'm not entirely sure. Of course, it could just be other things around here, because, to be perfectly fair, I have a lot going on in my base area. So, there's that. Okay, I need to get a couple of brewing stands, a couple of gold, and a mana pearl. Because it needs to be gold ingots. Do the brew. And the mana pearl, might I add, is non-negotiable. Normally, in like base Botania, you can interchange between the pearls and diamonds a good portion of the time. Although not always. There's some things where, again, it's not negotiable. You need the pearl. You are empty. Fair enough. This is why I thought I remembered that Mobius fuel was as high as it went in terms of staying perfectly fine to just keep going. Because I like having that just coasting while I'm doing stuff, and it's also about time that I need to take a snooze again. This is for entirely the purpose of fueling up, because I'm going to need a lot of mana over time to do a lot of these things, because some of these transmutations you can do are fairly expensive, some are pretty easy. Again, a general thing about Botania is a little bit of mana can go a long way. You can do a lot with apparently very little. So let's okay, those are properly bound. Good to know. Monk powers are great for just harvesting casual rock. And this is definitely no exception. Okay, so if that is there, then I'm going to have to work these through for a moment to get my other alchemy catalyst, because I'm going to need to burn some off for... Okay, this goes to the dimensional catalyst. Not the conjuration catalyst, the dimensional catalyst.
Hello.
I know that kind of round-tooed for a moment. Now, I need to have how much nightmare fuel? I think it was... It's 3. Plus an Eye of Ender. What was that other thing? Terra Catalyst. Botanic Additions. Okay, I'm not sure if that's like yet another one that does a very similar thing, or if it does like other massive upgrades, but this is way more expensive because it requires Terra Steel. Every time I see Terra Steel, I'm like, okay! It's suddenly very quickly the Department of Crazy. Because it could take a while to get enough energy for Terra Steel. Now, to be perfectly fair, there are ways of brute force kind of automating the process of getting tons and tons of mana. I generally haven't really had a need to do that except getting Terra Steel. Because it is that hilarious to do. Did I grab the right thing? Anyhow. You can go under there for a little while, and I can grab this thing.
Hello.
I am wondering if it's the Botania mod itself that's causing the lag, because it's one of the few things that I recently did in the area, so it kind of has to make you think.
Hello.
Interesting thing is I'm using up, like, about exactly as much living rock as I had left over, just from doing that. Okay, so now I have the Dimension Catalyst. And now I can swap between them to do different things. Okay, what do I got set on my baubles right now? Good number of stuff. And that's recently taken one of the things, so yeah. See, to be perfectly fair, those two do actually complement each other, so that's good. Now, do I want to conjure something now or later? I might just hold on to it for later and pop it out whenever I need to. So let's just hold on to this. Oh, I might put it in my secondary inventory. At least for now. Those are some interesting recipes. So what else you got for me? Other than very interesting recipes. Well, there is the... I could do that. I mean, I have ways of storing items on the go, but I do like having multiple options and ways of doing things. So, there's that. The Gilded Potato. So, you use it... You make this on a Runic Altar. The Gilded Potato. And then do you mash it? Because I believe there was something that had mashed gilded potatoes. See, Mana Reader displays the amount of mana stored. Mana Powder, Mana Diamond, a couple of living wood twigs. That's a pretty cheap recipe. I like that. Because it is fairly cheap, and I'm wondering, is it really that much better than a Mana Star? Oh, I need more living wood, because those only make one... Those only make, like, one each. Slightly... Let's just use classic oak, for the sake of the fact that it's easy to grab. And doesn't have any special properties. It means that you're not using it for those. Okay, because I need more living wood twigs for this. So I am curious, is this really much more useful than the other way of doing it? New mana lens. Nature orb. Okay, it doesn't seem to have much right now, but it might have something later. What if I eat the spirit fuel? What does it give me? That's a good question. Whoa! Okay. Not for very long, but you luck 2, speed 2, strength 2, and night vision 2. So it is literally just the opposite of nightmare fuel in terms of what you get. And it is just a good set of buffs. Although for only 22 seconds, you wouldn't be able to get much fishing or treasure grabbing in time. Although, if you popped it right before grabbing a chest, that might be nice. Although I don't think they have it fully integrated yet of getting better loot pulls whenever getting a chest. So far, luck mainly works with fishing, but that's still a worthy cause. Although I suppose, I don't know. Could you dual wield that in a way to make that work? You know, like have your stuff in one hand, and it not take out to the fishing. Because that would be nice. If it doesn't withdraw your fishing rod. Okay, 2 mana powder and a mana diamond. Yeah, that is the version that lasts, is the Mobius fuel's about max of what it can handle. Because there is a limiter on those Indo Flames. As to just how much burn time they can really use. Now, when it comes to mana powder, anything powdery works. Like, you can actually throw in sugar. So, quick demo, whenever you need mana powder, you can throw in anything powdery, even sugar. So, just to show that you can do it extra cheap. And I might add, I have a very convenient farm right there if I want to do so. Like, it's showing off the mana powder, so. This is a frequent crafting ingredient throughout Botania in general, so you'll probably need that. That does scan? Thank you. I figured it had enough power for that. Ooh, okay. That works. First mana diamond. There's some other basics that I'm going to need to make, including maybe a Runic Altar would be nice. Wait, why am I going back and forth to this? I mean, I should remember that I have this here. But I guess it's just because it's nice to do it on an actual crafting table sometimes.
Hello.
Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, the ingredients had it integrated, so therefore it works. Satisfaction. Well, it's not a duel, which is nice to say. It's a different kind of satisfaction. Okay, mana reader. It gives you an actual number. I was wondering about that. Oh, okay, so showing your gains, you can kind of just click it to kind of get the relative gain. So it literally gives you a number. That is very interesting. Vasky tries to avoid numbers in Botania, but I can see how that would be useful in a lot of ways. There's so many ways that would be very useful, so thank you, Extra Botany, for giving us the tool of which makes Vasky cry and so many other people cheer. Because we know you and numbers don't mix. You are not a number person, Vasky. We realize this. I'm not really sure if we respect it entirely, or if we just feel sorry for you not being a number person. But it's just the fact is we know you're not a number person. Come on, come on. Let me snooze. Let me snooze. I mean, the sun was going down. Snooze. While I'm here. Ugh. Can't magnet it. There we go. I don't have magnetic properties right now. I can in a very brief order, but not right now. I do like magneting stuff. It's one thing. Whoop. Whoop. Oh well. I don't need to grab them all. I'll get more. It's perfectly fine. Okay, so I have a mana reader. What else you got for me? I'm still wondering what in the world is up with the walking cane. It's like, seriously? Ooh, that sounds awesome. But very expensive. Or Calcos ingot. Whoo! Yeah, this gives you whole other reasons to fight Gaia Guardians. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Spirit, I think I clicked on something that wasn't necessarily what I thought. Spear of Subspace. Yeah, I think that clicked through something that I don't have the knowledge unlocked for yet. Kind of a clue. Items. Let's see, is there anything that of which I'd like to forge now? So I know that doing Alphamancy is going to take a while because I need to get some Terra Steel first. Okay. Oh, these are from Botanic Editions. Dreaming Mana Pool. Use Dream Rock, and it gets to be twice as powerful as normal pool in terms of how much it can hold. Does take some Terra Steel nuggets, though. getting ridiculous. I can see why. If it's anything better than the fabulous mana pool, then it's humongous. Because that is a fabulous pool. Okay, I may need to... Wait, what? Oh, it's just saying something is changed. Okay, whatever. Because I needed to get myself maybe a Runic Altar. I'm not gonna rune up right now, but I do need to get it ready. Okay, so you see, this is what I was saying about sometimes they're interchangeable throughout a good portion of Botania. Is it does let you usually exchange mana diamonds and mana pearls, which is kind of an interesting choice when you think about it. Because, I mean, Ender Pearls are innately renewable in Minecraft. If you're thinking of the vanilla-based game, and just concerning that and Botania, your easier choice is obviously fight an Enderman for an Ender Pearl. And there are some aspects in Botania that makes it easier to do so, because there's some items and apparatus specifically meant to help you deal with Endermen, including the Soul Scribe, which deals massive damage to them, and I think it disarms their ability to teleport. And there's a flower that causes them to teleport specifically to itself, which is absolutely hilarious in operation. You see them kind of rubber banding to it, not being from a bug or anything, or any kind of lag. They're actually, honestly, repetitively teleporting to the flower. So, I don't know if Vasky has some kind of vengeance against Endermen, or if he just thought it was convenient that people had better tools for dealing with them. There was something I was going to grab. Trying to remember what it was. Maybe it'll come to me if I'm looking over here. Because I got my pearl, I got that. No, it was just... Oh, now I remember. I was going to get more fuel. I can pop that in on my other trip. But yeah, spirit fuel is an interesting snack. I can certainly say that. It's not the most high-power edible I've ever had, but it is pretty good to work with. So that I can certainly say. And it just because I am here, I might as well use this area for right now. Runic Altar is ready. Runic Altars, they're used to make, well, the runes. Most runes can actually be reused unless they're used in a crafting recipe of certain types. So that's a pretty good thing. I think I can put this nicely over here. And you can see it has some good effects. You can get all sorts of crazy stuff using the Runic Altar and some of the other dynamics, so we'll see about that. Okay, apparently I had like one left, but that's fine. Okay, so I've got the Runic Altar, I've gotten my Dimension Catalyst to go with my Alchemy Catalyst. Did a little stuff with the Extra Botany. There seems to be some other knowledge unlocks in it. And some of the stuff is redded out, and will apparently be more of a thing later. But there's some other cool stuff I can grab. Baubles and Accessories. All for one. Curse. Okay, some of these seem to be like inserted from the other mods. I could definitely tell that. It's like they're using a different color just to say, hey, if you don't got the, even if whether or not you got the knowledge game, we could show it to you from here. Like, what does the Super Crown do here? You're equipped with a Starry Idol armor set. It'll play this combat. The Super Crown would reduce damage you take by 2. So this is from Extra Botany. And apparently, you are not really meant to be Princess Peach. but you can still get some interesting effects if you have the right armor. It does add its own armor set, so that is interesting. So let's see, is there anything here that I don't remember specifically other than those? Upgraded version of Elven King Alpha 1 can perform all the Baubles abilities in the Bauble case. It can do it from within the case. Ring of Elven King. Okay, apparently some of these are like super relics that you get from like the extra fight. So that's kind of probably like the Ring of the Aether. That's kind of all their powers combined. Curse Ring applies the effect of Wither and Unluck on creatures looked at by the wearer at the cost of some mana. Okay. I'd have to get up to the higher level runes to get that, because that requires a Rune of Envy. There's a decent number of runes. There's 4, one for each of the seasons. Then there's like 4 for like the classical elements, like 1 each for them. Plus there's the Rune of Mana, which is on its own. And you also have 7 that are 1 each for each of the 7 deadly sins. So it has the classics of it, and I don't know if there's any runes added, but you never know. Bottled Flame, but that's considered an equip. Automatically consume torches in your inventory, places them. So that's like my auto torch, except not quite as useful, because the auto torch uses durability and can be repaired. Or does it even use durability? I'm not entirely sure on that one. Miscellaneous Stuff. Oh, there's a lot of miscellaneous stuff. That's always been a thing. And yeah, this is the Thaumcraft Integration thing is one of the whole reasons why I did this. Although the Tiny Potato is hilarious, but you can't have your Alchemy Catalyst active. In fact, just as a funny last thing to do, I'm going to go ahead and actually make a Tiny Potato, because they're amusing and cute. So I think you can also rename them if you wish. And I've got Thaumic potatoes in here. I mean, you can tell I'm a bit of a potato fan to a degree. So why not? Why not make a tiny potato? And hopefully not shut the door in my own face. Okay. That happens to a lot of us. Okay, I'm gonna... Okay. Now the thing about the tiny potato is, it's just a big fan of yours for everything you do. It'll help cheer you on. It's kind of a little buddy. But because it's also to be placed in the world, I need to figure out a good place to put my tiny potato. Okay, tiny potato. Where do you want to go? Well, here's the symbol Thaumcraft, which I can't actually place it on for some weird reason. Okay. Where else can I place a tiny potato? Aha! Up here would be a nice spot, maybe. Can I place you on... You know, there's no real reason I should have this here. It was just part of the building. There you go. Give me a moment to snooze. See? Just be friends. You see, he just cheers for you all the time. Isn't he a nice little guy? It's the power of the... Aha, finally got both of them. Okay, it's the power of the tiny potato. It's just happiness. All the time. That's all it's there for. It's just a happy little potato. Okay. Anyhow, I'll be logging off for now. And I will be doing more of Botania and its add-ons over time. For now, I'll be logging off. Hope to hear from you all later, and bye for now, everybody.